Happy Monday, wrestling fans, and welcome to the Attitude Wrestling Micros, episode 18 on live stream. And today's matchup will be the second round of the Micro Wrestling Tournament semifinals. And our first two superstars to start it out will be The Undertaker, competing one-on-one with his brother Kane. Enjoy. Ding, 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 ding. And wait a minute. Oh! And The Undertaker with the last ride right to his brother Kane. But Kane back on his feet. Oh, look out! Oh! And now Kane with a choke slam. Right to his brother. Right to The Undertaker. But Undertaker back on his feet. And wait a minute. And now Undertaker with the old school. Right to Kane. But Kane back on his feet. And now Kane on the turnbuckle. Oh, look out! And now Kane. And now Kane. The big red machine. What a flying clothesline off the turnbuckle. What a shot by Kane. And now Undertaker back on his feet. Oh, look out! And now The Undertaker with a clothesline. But Kane back on his feet. Oh, look out! And wait a minute. Kane with a full Nelson slam. But The Undertaker back up. And now The Undertaker, once again running towards the ropes. Oh, look out! Oh! And here's the flying lariat. But Kane back on his feet. And wait a minute. And now Kane with a sidewalk slam. And now The Undertaker back up. Oh, look out! Oh! And now The Undertaker with the stolen brainbuster. But Kane back on his feet. And wait a minute. Oh! And now Kane taking his brother, The Undertaker, down with the mat slam. And now The Undertaker back on his feet. And wait a minute. And now Undertaker with an overhead toss. 1, 2, and what a kick out at 2 by Kane. But Kane back on his feet. And wait a minute, and now Kane with overhead toss. One, two, and what a kick out at 2 by the Undertaker. And wait a minute, look at this. And now the Undertaker he just delivered the DDT right to his brother Kane. But Kane back on his feet. And now look at Kane. And now Kane with the DDT on the Undertaker now. And now the Undertaker back up. And wait a minute. Oh! And now the Undertaker with the chokeslam to his brother Kane. What a shot by the Undertaker. One, two, and another kick out at 2 by Kane. And look at Kane. And now a falling powerbomb right to the Undertaker. One, two, and another kick out at 2 by the Undertaker. Put the Undertaker back on his feet. And wait a minute. Undertaker with the last ride. For the second time. But Kane back on his feet. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. What is Kane up to? Oh my God. Kane just nailed the tombstone pile driver on his own brother, The Undertaker. This is too much. One, two. I can't believe it. The Undertaker just kicked out his own tombstone pile driver at 2. Oh, look out! Oh! And now the Undertaker with a tombstone pile driver to his brother Kane. One, two, three, and The Undertaker moves on to the 3rd round of the semifinals. What a win for The Undertaker. Ding, 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 ding. Here is your winner. And he gets to move on to the 3rd round of the Micro Wrestling Tournament semifinals, Undertaker. our next two superstars up the second round of the Micro Wrestling Tournament semifinals will be X-Pac competing one-on-one with Paul Bearer. Enjoy. Ding, 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 ding. And wait a minute. Oh, and X-Pac right away with the X Factor right to Paul Bearer. And Paul Bearer back on his feet. And wait a minute. Paul Bearer with a choke slam. Right to X-Pac. But X-Pac back on his feet. And now a spinning wheel kick from X-Pac. Right to Paul Bearer. But Bearer back on his feet. And wait a minute. Oh, and Paul Bearer with the overhead toss. Right to X-Pac. But X-Pac back on his feet. And wait a minute. And now the step up enziguri. What a shot from X-Pac. But Paul Bearer back on his feet. And wait a minute. Paul Bearer with a powerbomb. What a shot by Paul Bearer. And now X-Pac back up. And wait a minute. X-Pac with a hurricanrana. One, two, and Paul Bearer powers out at two. And wait a minute. Oh, and Paul Bearer with a body attack. One, two, and what a kick out at two by X-Pac. But X-Pac back on his feet. And wait a minute. X-Pac with a suplex. Right to Paul Bearer. But Paul Bearer back on his feet. And wait a minute. Paul Bearer. He's got X-Pac on his shoulders. And Paul Bearer with a body press drop. But X-Pac back on his feet. And X-Pac running towards the ropes. And now a second spinning wheel kick. And Paul Bearer back up. Oh, look at Paul Bearer. A second choke slam. But X-Pac back up. And wait a minute. And now a second step up enziguri. One, two, and now a second power out at two by Paul Bearer. And wait a minute, Paul Bearer, and now a second body attack. And also a second powerbomb. One, two, and another kick out. At 2 by X-Pac. And wait a minute. And now a second X Factor from X-Pac. Make sure to like and subscribe, guys. But Paul Bearer back on his feet. He's about to do it here. Wait a minute. Oh, and Paul Bearer hits the tombstone pile driver. 1, 2, 3. And what a victory for Paul Bearer. And Paul Bearer competes one-on-one with The Undertaker in the semifinals. Ding, 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 ding. Here is your winner. And he gets to move on to the third round of the micro wrestling tournament semifinals. Paul Bearer. Our next two superstars of the micro wrestling tournament, second round of the semifinals, will be Brian Pillman competing one-on-one with Ken Shamrock. Enjoy. Ding, 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 ding. And wait a minute. And now the head scissors by Brian Pillman right to Ken Shamrock. But Shamrock back on his feet. And look at Shamrock. Oh, and Ken Shamrock with the belly to belly. And now Brian Pillman back on his feet. Wait a minute. Brian Pillman kick to the midsection. And he delivers the DDT to Shamrock. Push Shamrock back up. Oh, look at this. Oh, Shamrock with the overhead toss. Right to Brian Pillman. But Pillman back on his feet. And look at Brian Pillman. A super Frankensteiner off the turnbuckle. But Ken Shamrock back on his feet. And look at Ken Shamrock. Oh, what a full Nelson slam. Right to Brian Pillman. But Brian back on his feet. And wait a minute. Brian Pillman with a Hurricanrana. One, what a kick out! At 2 by Shamrock. And wait a minute! Wait! Oh, what a hurricanrana by Shamrock! What a shot by Shamrock! One, two, and what a kick out! At 2 by Brian Pillman. Wait a minute! Brian Pillman on the turnbuckle! Brian Pillman with a missile drop kick off the turnbuckle! But Shamrock back up. Ken Shamrock on the turnbuckle! Oh! And he nails Brian Pillman by delivering the double axe handle. And now Pillman back up again. Wait a minute. And now a spinning wheel kick by Brian Pillman. But Shamrock back on his feet. And now Shamrock running towards the ropes. Oh, what a clothesline by Shamrock. And now Brian Pillman back up. And wait a minute. And now a second head scissors from Brian Pillman. Wait a minute! Brian Pillman! A standing moonsault! 1, 2! And now another kick out! At 2 by Ken Shamrock! Wait a minute! Shamrock! A second belly to belly! One, two, and another kick out. At 2 by Brian Pillman. And wait a minute, Brian Pillman, a powerbomb to Shamrock. But Ken Shamrock back on his feet. Wait a minute! Ken Shamrock! With the released German suplex! What a shot by Shamrock! But Brian Pillman back up! And wait a minute! Brian Pillman with the step up enziguri! One, two, and another kick out. At 2 by Shamrock. And wait a minute. And now Shamrock. And now a second overhead toss. One, two, no. And once again, the kick out at 2 by Brian Pillman. This has been a very intense battle between these guys. Oh my God, Brian Pillman, a crossbody off the turnbuckle on Shamrock. And Pillman with a crossbody. And once again, Shamrock with another kick out at 2. And wait a minute. What? Oh, what a brutal slam from Shamrock. One, two. And now another kick out at 2 by Bryan. Put Pillman back on his feet. And wait a minute. Brian Pillman with a Frankensteiner off the turnbuckle. Put Shamrock back up. And wait a minute. Ken Shamrock, a superplex off the top. Uh-oh. Shamrock about to go for the ankle of Brian Pillman. Ah! 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 Ken Shamrock with the ankle lock. Shamrock with the ankle. Ah! Wait a minute. Brian Pillman. He got out of the ankle lock. I can't believe it. Wait a minute. Pillman, once again, on a turnbuckle. A second crossbody off the turnbuckle. I can't believe it. 1, 2. No. And Shamrock again with a kick out at 2. There's no giving up between these two guys. And now a third overhead toss by Shamrock. Wait a minute. Oh! Brian Pillman's been knocked out with a TKO by Shamrock. 1, 2, 3! And what a win for Ken Shamrock. Ding, 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 ding. Here is your winner. And he gets to move on to the third round of the Micro Wrestling Tournament semifinals. And he is the most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock. Oop. Our final two superstars of the second round of the Micro Wrestling Tournament semifinals will be the Giant competing one-on-one with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Enjoy. Ding, 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 ding. And wait a minute. Look at this. And now the Giant with the giant choke slam right to Steve Austin. And now Austin back on his feet. Look at Austin. Austin with a kick to the midsection. And a stunner right to the Giant. Austin with a Stone Cold Stunner. And now the Giant back on his feet. And wait a minute. Oh. And now the Giant with a power clothesline to Austin. But Stone Cold back on his feet. And wait a minute. Austin with a spine buster. Right to the Giant. But the Giant back on his feet. And now look at the Giant. He's got Austin on his shoulders. Austin screaming in agony. Oh. And now the body press drop connects. Put Austin back up. Wait a minute. Oh. And now Stone Cold bouncing the Giant off the ropes with the stun gun. What a shot by the Rattlesnake. And now the Giant back on his feet. Oh, look out! And now the Giant with the overhead toss. And wait a minute. And now the Giant with a final cut to Austin. One, two, and what a kick out at 2 by Stone Cold. And wait a minute, Austin. Oh! Austin with a loose dash press to the Giant. One, two, and the Giant powers out at 2. Oh, look out! The Giant! Oh! And now and Stone Cold Steve Austin gets taken down with a gigantic slam by the Giant. What a shot by the Giant. And Stone Cold back on his feet. And look at Austin. And now the backside slam. What a shot by Austin. Put the Giant back on his feet. And wait a minute. And now the Giant. Oh. What a hellacious chop. Right in Austin's face. Stone Cold back on his feet. Oh, look out! Oh! And now Austin with the hip throw. Put the Giant back up. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. The Giant with a gigantic slam. A second time. Will this put Austin away? Can the Giant make it stick? 1, 2, and no, he doesn't. And another kick out. At 2 by Austin. And wait a minute. And now look at Austin. And he takes down the Giant with a sidewalk slam. One, two, and the Giant again powers out at 2. And wait a minute. And now the Giant with a body attack. Uh-oh. The Giant about to go for the... He's about to go for the WMD. Oh! Austin ducked it. Austin ducked the knockout blow. What a counter by Austin. Austin! And now a second Stone Cold Stunner. Right to the Giant. One, two, and now a third time. The Giant powers out at 2. Austin's getting frustrated. Oh, what a hellacious clothesline from Austin. Put the Giant back on his feet. And wait a minute. And now the Giant taking Austin down with the choke toss. 1, 2, and what another kick out at 2 by Austin. Make sure to like and subscribe, guys. And now look at Austin. And now Austin. And now a second loose ass press. Put the Giant back up. Wait a minute. The Giant. Oh. He just nailed the big boot right to Austin. What a hellacious boot by the Giant. One, two, and another kick out. At 2 by Austin. But Stone Cold back up. Wait a minute. Austin. Oh my God. Stone Cold Steve Austin just nailed the Giant. What a Texas pile driver. What What a pile driver from Austin! 1, 2, 3, and Austin wins! And Austin is victorious. Ding, 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 ding. Here is your winner. And he gets to move on to the third round of the Micro Wrestling Tournament semifinals. And he is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I would like to thank you guys for watching and liking and also viewing the live stream. And stay tuned for the next one, guys.